conversation, never on the blocks.
Meet me by the bar.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Meet me by the bar.
Straight up, no chasing.
Welcome to Open Bar Podcast, with a conversation never on the rocks with a straight up no chase. I'm your boy C4.
And I'm AD from Smellbar Attending.
And we back with another episode. Yes, we back with another episode. We got another special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Deborah Anderson. I am a 3D modeler, an animation professional in the animation industry, and a professor from Detroit. All that.
All that. And I'm like, explain what that means.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm like a 3D, so 3D animator.
So I'm what's called a 3D modeler. That's
3D
the person
modeler.
that makes everything in the space. So when you open a program, everything is gray and nothing is in there. So if we had to make this room, I would have to make, all this. The people. I typically specialize in what's called hard surface modeling. So everything with a hard surface. Trying to get more into characters, but
That's
you gotta
dope.
know anatomy and all that type of stuff. So I'm working on it.
That's sick.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you say in a profession. I don't got no job. I'm Tommy. No, but then you say you're a professor as well. What do you
So
what's
I
your
teach introduction to 3D modeling and introduction to 3D animation. I
Mm.
teach at Santiago Canyon College. That's in Orange County, but I teach online. So.
Santiago Canyon? Okay, that sound like the school up that's right next to my old school, Corona.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. Are you originally from? You say you was from
Detroit.
Detroit. What made you come to LA? Was it for animation or?
So I never wanted to move to California.
Uh-oh.
I'm too old
Get
to
to
be
the thick of
poor.
it.
I'm too old to be poor. But so like I after college I moved to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was gonna be my forever city. And then, but I also graduated from college in 2008, which was a horrible time to become an adult. So I actually went to South Korea in 2009 to teach English,
Mm.
and then was out there for 2 years. Accidentally got a job at an animation company, and then moved
Okay.
back in 2011. And so after living in New Orleans for 12 years, it just was like, you know how there's like red flags for relationships? I didn't know that was for cities too. If I noticed the red flags, I'd have probably moved in like 2013, 2015. I didn't move till 2020. So since I thought New Orleans was going to be my forever city, I didn't know where to move. And so I created a spreadsheet. It was like, all right,
Oh, you got technical on them.
housing. Jobs. So like Charlotte fit for everything but jobs, and that's why I was moving, because I worked for the state of Louisiana as an animation specialist,
Oh, okay.
and I was commuting from New Orleans to Baton Rouge for 5.5 years, which is like 110 miles a day. And then I was job searching for 4.5 years, and I couldn't get a job, and so I was like, I guess I'll leave. And then I was involved in the Urban League, and one of the presidents from the Bay, she convinced me to put California on my list.
Urban League?
Yeah, Urban League.
Basketball, football, baseball?
No, the black people.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
Like the NAACP and the Urban League.
Got you. Excuse my ignorance, because I definitely didn't know what that was. I thought you were talking about you played basketball.
Nah. I played basketball for the first time in 10 years last night, but
Yeah.
I need to work. But she convinced me to put it back on my list, or put it on my list, and then somehow I picked Los Angeles, and then I moved out here because I'm in the animation industry. Los Angeles is
Right.
the animation mecca. So
Right.
amazing.
How'd you get into the animation?
Luckily, I was smart, so
Step one.
That counts.
Step one.
It don't count for everybody getting into it, but my journey, it was luckily I was smart, and I have a father that's a college professor, and so we got me and my twin brother to take this test. I don't know, the MEP or something in Michigan, and when you passed it, they would pay for you to go take some college courses.
Oh yeah.
You a twin too?
They paid for it.
Dope.
Yep. And so I passed it, and then my junior and senior year, I took 7 community college courses, like Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop,
You went crazy.
Macromedia Director. That don't even exist no more. After Effects, and then the 7th class was 3ds Max. So it was like animation.
Mm.
And even though I was a Disney kid, I was good at math too. So I just was like, cool story, bro, but I'm gonna be an engineer. Like I'm gonna be an architect. And so once I did the animation class, I was like, all right, the 3D aspect of it is good for my creative and my analytical. So
Okay.
Nice.
So
So
you
that's
just
like
mastered it.
C++ stuff and like
no coding,
okay.
just art.
Just art. Got
and
it. Got
and a
it.
computer. Because
Okay.
people be thinking, oh, you code? No, I do not.
That's where my mind went. I'm like, it must
I've
be-
taken a coding class before, but
Yeah, coding is crazy.
Yeah.
X, Y, Z equals dot squared.
and then you
Lip.
take the code, like you code,
Like,
and
all they
you
did
can
was
like
move on.
mess up like a semicolon or
Yeah.
you copy and paste it, it'll start working. Like I'm good.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nah, I think some people will get the coding one of these days, but animation is tedious, ain't it?
Yes, that's
Because
what I
I'm
tell
thinking about it in my
students.
head. Like,
All animation when I teach, all animation is tedious. Which tediousness do you like?
Got it.
So the tediousness of pushing and pulling points with 3D modeling, I'm like, yes, this is my jam. Animation, I was like, ooh. I did my assignments in college, and I was like, this could be better,
mhm.
but I don't want to do it. I don't want to make it better, so I'm going to just do this modeling part.
That's dope. To be creative like that, for 3D animation, I did. What is that? 3D printing, and sometimes you gotta make the thing like they're using what is it, CAD or something like that. I said, fuck that shit.
I did that.
I gave up on that.
Since I wanted to be an engineer, I did like Project Lead the Way, which was a program to get took engineering classes in high school.
Oh, okay.
Like electronics course. I was even on the robotics team, so.
Okay.
I actually joined the robotics team to do animation, but then I ended up being one of the top 3 students to work on the robots.
Like you become you like how many positions they play on the team? You like play all positions.
Yeah.
Right.
I did. I was 1 through 5.
That's dope.
I was a weak one, but I was a 1 nonetheless. I got vision on the court, but my handles is not good.
Yeah, you can pass the ball. You can't really bounce that motherfucker.
I played 4 years varsity, but I ain't never been nobody's fast.
Yeah. How did you make it to varsity without handles?
Were you tall?
Well,
I know some.
yeah, but also like the first 2 years, like it was like 7 people on the team, and I always played up a year in AAU, so I was good. But it just wasn't that much competition.
Oh shit!
Got it. That makes
So
sense.
that's how you got there. Cause I'm like, well, you can play.
Part of the story.
Because
There was JV. I JV.
Mhm.
But the competition, on the other hand.
But I was the 2 and the 3. You ain't like I said. I played all the positions. So
That's why I was trying to like gauge like how many people was really on this team that was really playing. You say you can't bounce the ball.
I hit the winning shot in one of my games.
Oh, so you got a jumper.
5 minutes earlier, I had fouled somebody. And I thought I messed up because they had shot the free throws. I was like, oh no, we gonna lose because of me.
Right.
And then
What?
we was at the point guard brought it down. She was at the top of the key. She passed up. I was like, okay, you go shoot. She passed to the left wing. I'm like, all right, y'all the superstars because they be ignoring me. I'm a senior, but y'all ignoring me. She didn't shoot. Then they brought it back to the top of the key. They passed it to me. I'm like, this is an NBA 3 because I'm like nowhere near the 3-point. I'm like, and it went in and we won by 1. I'm like, yeah.
That's dope.
Like, y'all not gonna remember that I fouled. The game with a shot.
That's dope though. Athletic and smart.
That's dope. Yeah, that's really good.
So right now, in the animation world, what would you say is like the hardest task to overcome?
Right now in the industry,
Yeah.
getting a job because it's a horrible time in the industry.
Yeah.
I am very blessed to be employed because the actors strike and the writer strike last year didn't really affect us. It depended on your studio, but then the Animation Guild this year did their negotiating, and then there's AI, so it's just a lot of stuff.
AI is going crazy.
It's
I was just talking to AD about how he took one song and turned it to a whole different genres
Yeah.
with AI.
Like
Yeah.
one song. I was just like, wow, that is crazy. Like it's about to take over.
Other than that, I like since I've been in LA, because I worked in different, because in New Orleans I worked in government. When I was in Korea, I worked like at the vendor studio, because like in LA they do all the like creative stuff, and they send it to vendor studios in Canada and Mexico. So I've had that experience, and now I've had having the LA experience. And there's a joke where we fail our way to the end of like movies and TV shows because it's so disorganized. And as a person who is going to become an engineer, I'm just
Yeah.
like, can we take some professional development courses or something? Like, everybody goes to school for like art, and there's no culture of like becoming a good leader.
Right, organization.
So that is interesting. I've had very interesting. I've only been in so February will be 5 years in LA, and I've only been in the industry. Like it took me 2 years to get another like a job, a full-time job in the industry. So I've only been in it like 3 years. Ooh, I've had some experiences.
Really? Tell us about it. Give us one that like really just like it stuck with you. Like you could not forget that experience.
Okay, so like
Boom.
first, my dad raised me to be Angela Davis. So like when I moved,
She got punchline.
ready for that?
She got
So when I moved
punchline.
to California, I was like, what kind of racism am I gonna deal with in California? And so at one of my previous positions, I just was like bullied horribly. One was by a black man, and I was just like, cause he's light skinned, but I'm like, when do you think you got your white privilege? To be
He was borderline, probably. He was like he thought he was.
Yeah.
He was from what's that called? New England.
New England.
Yeah, went to Harvard, so he probably I don't know. And then there's like another lady that was bullying me, cause I had boundaries, cause I moved to LA. I'm an adult. I'm grown. So
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you can get these hands.
like, like when
Yeah.
you're already kind of not paying me enough to work this job, and then you want me to work after 6 on a weekend. Like, y'all don't pay me enough to do it.
No, for sure.
Like,
No, for sure. If I ain't on the clock, you ain't getting nothing.
Right.
and then I was in a position where it's like it was like a pipeline to a certain part of the industry, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, so you can't make me feel guilty. Like, I don't need your contact
Right.
to get another job. So they just started bullying me because I wouldn't be taken advantage of.
What kind of bullying though? Like I'm like,
what was
did they trip you when you walked by? Like,
or was they like
There
emails?
When I go to the office, nasty email. Like when I go to the office, I'm in a cubicle, and then there will be conversations I was having with the black guy. Like, I remember the first time he like confronted me, he was like, why do you have an attitude? I'm like, because y'all are mean. like I don't say anything to y'all, but like my face on a Zoom, or I can't hide my face.
Right.
So I be trying, but it don't be working. And then after a while, I'm not saying anything to them, but you're being mean to me, so now I have an attitude in my voice.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm not cussing y'all out or anything, but like this is affecting me.
Yeah. I'm internalizing it, but it's written all over my face, so you gonna see it.
Yeah.
It's your problem, not mine, because I'm only giving you what you giving me.
Yeah.
I'm in the cubicle having this conversation, so that means I don't have an office.
Right.
So, and then like emails where he was trying to make it seem like I was incompetent, and I'm like,
that's the worst thing to do.
Like, I'm Virgo. I'll go right now and find all the emails. I'm like, I'm about to timestamp.
Do you know?
I'm a timestamp.
I'm a Virgo.
Oh yeah.
It's September 1st.
September 10th.
So okay, yeah. So as you saying this,
when they told me to do this at September 17th at 10 a.m. I did it at September 17th at 10:30. Like I was going to like I'm not incompetent.
That's crazy. That's why I don't got no job. That's what I'm telling you right now. I quit. I was about to blow a head gasket at work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent some emails. And it was just some stuff. Not to catch a story, I was just giving you my little.
I had a flashback.
Yeah.
It clicked.
I did that for
Man.
one of my students in my teaching because he was like a professor too.
Mhm.
Because I teach continuing education, so it could be any adult. It's not necessarily just college students. And so he tried to make it seem like I said that they could turn in their assignment, their like final project, like 2 weeks after the semester over. And I'm like, if you're a professor, you know you can't turn this stuff after.
Yeah.
I literally graduated summer 2008 because I forgot about one of my online classes because I knew I couldn't take no online class, but like I forgot about one and then I remembered it like the day of the final and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm emailing him.
Man.
And so I gave them one assignment and the assignment I was like, don't do nothing for the next assignment. I said it like 5 times. He asked after I said he asked, he was like, I was like, no, don't do it. And so the next week he had did both parts of the assignment. He's like, oh, do I have to redo it? I was like, yes, because I told you 5 times.
Don't. Yeah.
And so when he tried to do the final thing, I was like, nope. I was like, I screenshot. I'm like, I said, here's the date, the due date here. Here's the due date here. I said it in this part of the Zoom. I said it in this part of the Zoom.
Yeah.
And with the
Receipts.
other assignment, when I told you 5 times I knew it,
Receipts.
you got good listening skills. I sat on that for like 36 hours because I was like, should I respond?
Yeah.
I'm petty.
With my petty hat on.
Because I wasn't going to respond when he was trying to make it seem like I said that, but I was just like.
Nah, you got to CYA for sure. See, that's what I did. I had to make sure I sent them emails, and when I was talking to him about, because they laid some people off.
Yeah.
So because y'all laid people off, y'all want me to change my schedule. When you close 30 minutes within that time frame, you want me to stay 2 hours within that time frame? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, we'll see what HR say. I was like, I've been emailing them for the last 2 months. For real. I got the, like, yeah. Emailing, and I CC'd you, motherfucker. I know you got it too. Shit. And then it just, in my mind, I was like, I'd already blew the store up. So I was just like, I'm about to go. I literally went outside and told, you know, I got my mechanics and stuff because I worked at Goodyear. So I went outside and I told him I'm out of here. Mm-hmm. And then I clocked out. I didn't say shit to him and left. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm out of here, deuces. Because I went from 0 to just chilling, and I told him about the schedule because I left that out. Yeah. He fixed the schedule for me to start closing on days that I have to do this and stuff. I'm like, bro, I told you already. There's no way I'm about to switch my schedule up because y'all want to lay people off. I can't do it. And he still changed it. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to make it. That's when he said, let's see what HR say. And automatically in my head it's like this is my child right here. So you said that, your lips start twitching. Like, I'm about to just leave because if I don't leave, he ain't gonna like me. I'm gonna go to jail. And then after I'm not about to go to jail. I just clocked out.
I did that with a teacher position I had during the pandemic. Like, I stayed with kids because the adults be trapped. Like, man. Like the kids got an excuse. And so I like taught like 3D modeling for 9th and 10th graders. And so
that's dope.
The principal was, and so the last day of class in like June, we had a 7 p.m. showing for the parents of what they did. Before I left, because I have a horrible memory, I was like, leave your keys and your laptop on the secretary's chair. Do not forget, because you don't want to have to come back here. Mm-hmm. Leave the keys and the laptop. Went home, did the little 7 p.m. thing. On Saturday, I was like, I quit. Oh, you got to come for the exit interview. I'm like, the way these people left throughout this whole school year, I know they ain't do no exit interview. And I already got a new job on Monday, so.
They not giving you they not giving you a week notice when they fire your ass.
They really don't. They really
fuck
don't.
them.
So ain't no need
come for the exit interview. Yeah, right.
That's hilarious.
I cannot believe that. Because
I'm out of here.
Because some of these people left in a blaze of glory. I don't
knock everything off the counter like, what?
I'm going to take you off my buddy list.
Dang.
That's crazy.
Nah, that's Virgo right there. You did that shit. That's how you quit. Goddamn, you just, you know what I'm saying? You know.
I already had too many, like, confrontations, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk to this man.
Man, I'm with you on this. We here. I ain't gonna look at. You said what to me? Don't talk to me. Just like that.
At places I worked, like
We having
I'll talk to the
a
supervisor.
venting
I'm
session.
Like, right. If I say something, he gonna say something stupid. I'm not gonna even ask you no more because I don't even want to hear the stupid thing you make up.
It got to the point where he was having meetings. They were having meetings in classes that they wanted us to take to like do training and shit. I was like, I'm not doing none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all training. Nope.
Dang.
The district manager would be like, oh, you gotta go to Northridge to do these classes. I was like, I don't got no gas. I'm not going.
I ain't got no gas. Sorry.
I'm not going. I don't want to go. Y'all can't make me go. What you gonna do? Force me to go? No. No. Nothing. And this this could be long. Cause yeah.
I got grievances.
Man, they gave me I was like the top salesman in the company 1 year, which is I was back 4 years because I quit and I started like doing my video stuff, but I was the top salesman because they wanted me to prove myself, and I'm like, I know this shit by like the back of my hand, like. So I did, top salesman in the company. They gave me a $15 Dairy Queen card, and I just was like,
I didn't even know that still exists.
that's what I said. I was like, where the fuck is the Dairy Queen? I don't even know that card is at. That shit is somewhere. Man, I don't know where that shit at. But yeah, no. Companies will run you low. You just have to.
They will.
Yeah. I didn't know that happened. Well, of course that happened with the entertainment industry. Is that what they call it when it comes to like your background?
What is what category is like animation in? Like where?
There is like the entertainment industry, and then there's live action and animation.
Got you.
But
that's what I was looking for.
We're not respected in the animation industry. Like there will be like writers when the writer's strike was happening, they was like coming over to animation like, oh, I can write animation. You can't. Like it's a different skill set.
Yeah.
Some people can write both.
You can't even get in.
Like they don't respect it enough to realize it's a different skill set. So. Yeah.
That's dope. I mean, shit. My background, entertainment, like you have to have patience, and some people don't got that skill set.
Yeah.
So.
The thing with the bullying situation is like animation actually supposed to be better. Like
the camera
more laid back.
Yeah.
So.
That's crazy. I would think like because you think animation, I think like happy, I think like
it can get cartoony, but it's like typically better than live action experiences because it means a lot for live action. So I'm like,
so live action, because to be honest, I don't know any of the terms. So live action is considered
the
like
people,
like
everything
movies,
that we watch,
like real.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It's a whole lot of CGI and green screens and
like the entertainment industry.
Oh, okay.
There's like
live action.
I'm sure there's other stuff, but like.
Right, those are like.
So can you say what projects you worked on, or?
Yeah, so when I lived in Korea, I worked on Family Guy, Cleveland Show, Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Oh yeah, you worked on all the big dog shit.
Korea too?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You are wow. She was. I'm scared. I just moved from LA.
Why did you come back? Why did you come back?
I don't like being stared at. I'm an introvert.
Oh,
got it.
I had like a big afro.
All right, you was out there. You was out there pro. She was out there pro blacking like a motherfucker. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety blickety. I'm black, y'all.
And like
you got the pick with the fist too.
I got one of them.
Oh shit.
I always try to keep my hair in twists. But like when I wear when I had my hair in twists, they would like stare. When I had my hair in afro, they point and laugh. And as an introvert, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Self-esteem.
I'd be like, I'd be mad. Yeah.
One time when I
crash
was
out.
I was walking to my high school and I had my afro. They were like, Michael Jackson. I was like, he did. He ain't been black for like several years.
He ain't been black. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about though, because I had locks and like These
That's
Asians have made fun of me, and they were like, "Look at Whoopi Goldberg." And I'm like,
wow.
like,
They
for you to
picked
just
an
like, how do you?
archetype. Like,
Yeah, like I'm not even.
You just said, look at Jackie Chan. The fuck? Hey, I'm that type of person. I'm gonna get back at you right then and
But I
there.
was in a manager position, so it's
Oh,
like I gotta
yeah.
be like, yeah.
I wouldn't give a
I
fuck.
told the server and get them out of here.
Yeah. For women, it would be like, oh, you look like Beyonce, you look like Oprah. And then for men, it would be like, you look like Obama, you look like Will Smith. Like, not everybody looks like those people, first of all.
Man, I'm
And
a
with locks, they look
ass.
like Rasta.
Yeah.
I'm an ass, so I get any of that treatment, I'm giving it right back right away. I used to be at work, and people used to come in and say stupid shit. I'd be like, "Are you serious?" Just like that, no filter. Go back outside and come back in and try that shit again. For real, people are stupid. So yeah, Jackie Chan.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's a good one. Karate chop out of here.
Family Guy. Family Guy is a dope ass show. That's like.
Oh, and then living in LA on the animated Good Times. I don't really tell people that.
They have that?
Like,
I never seen that.
Oh.
I
told you
it's
I watched
I've never seen that one. I haven't seen it.
I was like, this is gonna just be an IMDb credit. All right. And then I worked on Invincible on Amazon Prime. It's like a
It rang a bell immediately, but I'm trying to like figure it out.
It's like I kind of liken it. There's this show called The Boys. It's like
yeah,
the gratuitous violence is like the animation version of that. It's
I'm gonna check it out.
All right, yeah, punching people blood.
Okay, so
like,
Invincible and
the animated good times. And then they just announced it. Al Roker has a show called The Weather Hunters, and I worked on that like a little bit of last year and the year before.
That's animation.
Yeah, it's for a PBS show, a PBS like children's show.
Because Al Roker has his, I know he has a little animation.
Yeah, he's the
okay,
father,
okay.
And then Holly Robinson Pete is the mother, and then they have like 3 children, 2 daughters and a son.
Oh, that's
dope.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
How long does that take though? I mean, being it is tedious.
Yeah.
How long do you guys work on a show in order for it to?
A year or so.
Okay. For one episode or for like?
For the whole thing.
That's not too bad though.
Yeah.
But it's typically like, because I've worked at like smaller studios, so it can be streamless. Like when I worked on The Weather Hunters, it was like 4 of us in the office, and then we had the vendor studio that was actually doing the animation. So to just be like 4 of us, that was a skeleton crew.
That's dope though. I think that it's hard for me. Well, I used to know I know how to do certain stuff. Anything I touch, I can do it.
Yeah.
That's just how I am. But animation.
I be collecting little jobs like Pokemon. I'm like, all right, I've been an assistant editor, production coordinator, script coordinator.
Man, you got
I'm
belt
paying
loops.
Right.
You got belt loops. Have you tried the animation on the Oculus? Have you tried to do that?
I have like played around with it. I've never owned one, so I haven't played around with it a lot.
They're pretty cheap now. They going down.
Got my first desktop for my adult life. Hopefully it comes before the tariffs are like. I bought it like last week because I was like, oh, the tariffs is coming. Let me buy my computer. And so I'm trying to get into Unreal. It's like a video game.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
I want to do. I'm not like my peers. Like a lot of them are like, I want to make a video game or TV show or movie. I'm just like, I have one idea. It was from driving from New Orleans to Baton Rouge for 5.5 years. It's called Road Rage.
That makes sense.
Web series. Like, because I would, after a while, I just start recording my reactions to stuff where I'll be like, okay, I was on 2-lane highway and this person cut me off.
Right.
And so I have like over 500.
Have you developed more skills living in LA though?
Like,
oh yeah.
/ Baton Rouge, it's really not that bad here.
Really?
It is.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Like
We was in traffic on the way in.
Yeah.
The worst things I saw in New Orleans was from Texas people and Florida plates. Texas. But like the unique things in LA is people like not stopping at stop signs and turning the corner. I'm like, can y'all see around the corner?
It's called a California road for a reason.
They're rolling stops in
Yeah, I'm
New
not gonna
Orleans.
lie.
I'm
yeah,
like,
there's stop signs in my
and
block.
if you're a motorcycle, you're not trying to, you trying to die?
Yeah. It's called a California road for a reason.
That's very unique.
Absolutely.
There's another thing I can't remember, but I've
But our
seen it
drivers
all.
don't annoy you. Like,
No.
but maybe because you.
I already
had
know.
that.
I'm from Michigan. I know how to drive defensively. Also known as like if I see your wheels moving over, I'm about to move up.
Yeah, so you already
If
on
it's
the
not enough
defense.
space.
You don't let people get in front of you. Oh shit! I don't drive like that. I don't be in a rush. So if somebody needs to get over, I let them get over.
Even when I'm late, I'm like,
man, just go.
Like if it's enough space, I'll let you in.
I don't see too many people get shot behind the goddamn cutoff.
Nah. Because when I'm going fast and people get over, it's just like
you know that's
you
different.
didn't have space.
That's
So in
different.
those instances, that's when I
that makes sense.
That's different.
But if you got it,
yeah,
I be annoyed. I'm like, I'm letting you in. Like I'm nice.
So since you've been everywhere, like, are you here to stay, or like, is that still kind of up in the air?
it's in the air for sure. It's like her face just said it like that. I'm about to get the fuck outside.
I was like, yeah,
I'm making it home.
Mm.
That was like a very important thing to me. Like even when because I moved here in February 2020 and the pandemic hit March.
Oh,
With
3-4 years.
People were like, "Oh, what if you move? Like, do y'all not know how much it costs to move somewhere? Like,
how you know how much it costs to stay in LA? Shit,
right, like,
I was thinking about moving to Korea. Like, the fuck? They out there. They say that once you buy your apartment,
cost of living. I was making
that's it.
$28,000 a year and sending half of it home to pay like bills and stuff, or like get a little savings. And the people who did drink, like they was still.
No, but they can drink though.
Yeah.
They can fucking drink.
I was actually really worried about that when I moved there because like of their drinking culture. But because I'm a foreigner and I'm a woman, it was actually Americans and other like Western foreigners that kind of pressured me more than any Korean did. So.
What they can drink. I watched a documentary on that shit.
It'd be like traditional.
Yeah, but that's
like you know what I'm saying. Like that's just how it is. Like
that's
it's
how
like I'm like,
yeah.
oh, it's like a tradition to do this. You know what I'm saying? So
they had the chicken and beer places, and so that's where you kind of go to drink. I mean, you can go to drink other places, but chicken goes with beer. So you know, chicken is life for us. If I brought it for lunch,
don't believe
it would
that.
look at me weird. Because like chicken is meant to be had with beer at night. Why are you eating chicken right now?
I don't get that.
Yeah.
Chicken and beer, I don't
get that. I only heard that with Ludacris.
That's me too. That's the first time I heard it. It's like I don't understand how chicken and beer go together like that. Why does chicken and beer? Why? Because of the batter.
I have no
beer batter.
Yeah, because you can put the beer batter.
Beer batter.
Chicken and beer.
Yeah. I think we just came up with something.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I learned a lot, but I ain't learned that one.
The beer batter?
Right, like beer batter.
You don't know what beer batter is?
Like fish.
Like, because Korean, there's like, they got the cracked chicken, we call it the cracked chicken, because, in the
crunchy as hell.
Yeah, because they use
the black military taught them how to make fried chicken, and then they took it to a hole.
No, they.
Correct.
Kyochun and all that type of stuff. I got some Korean fried chicken the other day.
Man, this is for like a Korean fried chicken place in Gardena, and it's like
I gotta try it.
I don't know any of the names or none of that, but like my brother they go there, and like it's popping. Like they have these crazy names for them and all that, but it's like fried to a crisp. Like I don't know what they do, how they do it, but I'm like, you could just smell it when they walk in. Like, what is that? East like, Louisiana for sure.
Black people. That's what it's so racist, isn't it? Black people.
At least you didn't call us the blacks.
The blacks. That's crazy. So as an animator, have you ever thought of, like you did say that you wanted to do your own animated series? What kind of process you think that's going to take for you to get it done or do it?
So, discipline, because I've thought about it for like, I ain't lived in New Orleans since 2020. So I've had the idea for a long time, and that's why I'm getting like the desktop because Unreal you can create like an environment and move it around easier and stuff like that. And I purposely want to kind of create simple characters and trying to think because I'm not a writer, so I'm just like, all right, how do I make this funny? Like I know your uncle Larry.
ChatGPT.
Like, I don't be writing.
I mean, you got your little punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I know
actually.
what ChatGPT, but like you gotta work with ChatGPT because I was like, this is not.
They gotta know you. Yeah, they gotta know you.
You gotta actually you gotta work with it first.
Yeah,
You gotta
work
like
with it first,
do a
once
few
they
different
know you,
things
they
and
can
then
get you.
yeah.
They gonna be like, oh yeah.
They didn't even say your name.
Yeah. Like sometimes
They still say my business. Like all that.
I would like record the scene, but also I would record my reaction. Like I'm like, this is how I articulate it. Like,
Mother bitch. You know, some people can't cuss, so you gotta throw that little. Did you just say mother bitch?
I think some episodes like that where it's like, what?
Right.
Something like that.
So
Where did you get? How did you put those two things together?
Yeah, for you to have your own, it's more so the execution process, right?
Yeah.
So what you got to do to execute it?
Yeah, I have to like create the environment. I feel like another reason I want to use Unreal is because you can actually use data from Google Maps called GIS data, and you can like do some stuff, and then it'll give you like the highway, and so that would be easier for me like to copy it or my stuff because I just need like a couple like 4-lane highway, 3-lane highway, a couple side streets because everything just happens on pretty much the same kind of things. Like it might be like unique, like this turn, this on ramp in LA is kind of unique because the on ramps just be coming out of nowhere. Like why is this on ramp by a gas station?
Why is it on ramp in the middle of the freeway? Like why am I entering the middle of the freeway
on an on ramp and the pedestrian? Like what? He gonna die though if he walks. Why is there a crosswalk right here?
Yes.
We're trying to zoom.
No, that's totally stupid.
So yeah, it might be some unique stuff, but for the most part, it's just gonna be like, okay, I was in the left lane, I was driving, this person did something dumb, and I pissed them out.
You got some work to do because sheesh.
Yeah.
That'll be dope though. I mean, I hope you get that completed.
Yeah, I feel like. Because even if you don't have road rage, you just hate when people drive. I feel like it'll be very
like we all have those moments.
I rarely,
or whatever.
I rarely get mad.
It's rare, but sometimes I have that time where I be like, "Come on, that was really dumb."
You know, like I do hate when people do that.
Yeah, it's like you can make it.
Sometimes, but
right? Like
you know what I hate most? I hate when I'm in the car, I'm driving, and I have a defensive passenger in the passenger seat. Do you know, man, will cuss out everybody. Like, stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm driving. Like, chill. Yeah. I'm mad. Why you mad? That shit is crazy to me.
I'm waiting for be in a car, be a passenger, and the person who's driving, I'm like, it's you that be doing that. Oh my God, I was wondering who be doing that.
Man.
This is crazy.
Man, a defensive passenger is the worst thing you can have in your car while driving. Because then it's like you about to get a shot.
Right. Man, with your crazy self. I'm chilling. Why you not chilling?
Yeah.
You right.
He brought him the way. I'm not gonna say no names. I'm not gonna say no names. He didn't roll the window down, hanging out them up like you stupid ass. I'm like, bro, get chill. What are you tripping off of? Oh yeah, you're not right on me no more. You got to take the Uber now because that's out.
So sad. I was like, why did you do that? Like, and thank God, the person was just kind of like shocked. Like, why did you do that? Like, thank God they didn't have anything else. We're in LA, you know what I mean? So,
Loki, I wish, like, I thought of a idea of like a Gordon Ramsay / like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, where you're like you report bad drivers to the TV show, and then I'm like in the car judging how you drive. Like, you ain't supposed to be doing this.
That's. Yeah, your brain is working. Your brain be working. That motherfucker working. That's creative though.
Yeah.
To even that'd be a lot to talk about because a lot of people talk about people that be driving crazy and shit. I just had a story for a passenger. I kind of like don't pay too much attention to how people driving. I just do my driving, but I do have a problem sometimes when I'm on my bike and people don't pay attention.
Yeah, that's.
Cause I'll be like, bruh, that's the reason why. Yeah, I didn't see somebody. I didn't see a motorcycle rider. I'm riding behind them. I'm not to cut you off.
No.
I'm riding behind the another motorcyclist, and the Tesla kind of moved over a little bit, and he had to like sway a little bit, so he slowed down. He slapped his mirror. Wow. Like damn, like damn, man.
Scary, not a motorcycle, because it's like that's a human body. Like you know what I mean. Like the cars, at least it's like okay.
He was mad too.
Yeah, sure, but it's like a motorcycle. I really like. I'm always the one that like moves over.
Get out the way. Come on,
whatever I need to do to get out of the motorcycle's way, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
So the way people drive in New Orleans, I'm like, motorcyclists shouldn't drive. Like y'all trying to die. Like because
Is that bad?
yes, like. Sometimes
I thought we were the worst.
I'll be driving. I'm like,
I thought Texas was the worst. Somebody said Texas.
Texas and Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I said the craziest things I saw
it was
Texas
cool for me in Texas, but maybe I'm
driving. Florida traffic is 100 miles per hour.
But is it because there's nobody on there? Like,
no, that's the culture.
Because I think I ran into like a little bit of traffic in Texas, but usually I don't have any issues in Texas.
I didn't get too much traffic in Miami, but yeah. I haven't really. Well, I have experienced traffic in Houston, but that shit like light, like you know what I mean, hitting and it's gone. It's like boom, bam. Yeah. So that's a good concept though. Yeah. There's a lot to talk about there for sure because everybody got a license.
And I feel like you can definitely
everybody think they professionals.
Things, you know what I'm saying? Like you can talk about different things, which can make it,
Yeah.
It's like okay, I talked about this for a minute. Now I can move on. You know what I'm saying? It's something else.
It's like going to be like 30 to 60-second episodes.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay. Little appetizers.
Super like shorts. Okay. Oh yeah.
Definitely can monetize that in so many ways.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because people ain't attention spans.
Anyway,
so.
I thought about like if I do like a clean version, then the Department of Motor Vehicles probably could use it too. I could do a license or like a contract.
Check you out.
That's what I'm talking about. Contract. Sign it up. Hey.
Oh yeah, you got plans.
Yeah. I be thinking, what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think for fun.
Shit, it's beneficial though at the end of the day.
Okay.
Especially if you've been thinking about it for so long, like you just be like, okay, I'm gonna do this shit.
Yeah.
You said 4 years. You've been thinking about that. It take a while to do anything because now you're just not getting the computer, so now you're about to put all the pieces together. That's lit.
Very Virgo of me. I can think about, but doing, I'm like, all right.
Nah. The computer is here, and then you go like this. You press the button to cut it on, and go boom. Then you be like, what I need to eat today?
Like on Netflix show. I have so many like Netflix shows or whatever on my list, and then go watch a new one. Like
that's funny. No, because that's true. I swear to God, I'd be like, I need to edit, and I'd be like, I'm sleepy. I'm gonna just lay down for a minute. And he'd call me like, nigga, you asleep? Yeah, he's knocked out.
Like, hello.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I never. What? No, I wouldn't sleep.
Crazy. So you being a professor that teaches this stuff, how would you convince or motivate somebody who wants to get into the field? Like, what would you say they should do in order to be able to last in that? Because I know for sure we already talked about how difficult it may be for certain people. What kind of advice would you give somebody to?
Man, like because my first time teaching this part, because I taught in New Orleans too, but with these classes, I started teaching summer 2022. I done came up with a whole spiel. I got a PowerPoint. I'm like, 3D is hard. Like
3D.
Because 3D, anything is hard. Okay. Like this class is gonna be hard because as adults, we think just because we're adults that we should get things easy, and it's like no.
It's actually much harder.
I don't know. That's why adult learners is hard for us to learn because we're like, I should know this. I'm this age. Like, you've never done this ever in your life.
Yeah,
Why would you know
Yeah.
this?
Nah, you gotta.
You know how.
Nah, you gotta train yourself and everything. That's why I watch so much YouTube, and that's why I watch so much cooking channels too. Because people be like, "Oh, you can't cook," but it's like, it's kind of like timing and season to taste. Like,
Yeah.
you just gotta make sure you do the right
I can
thing.
follow the hell out of a recipe.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh God. I just made pizza like from scratch for the first time.
Like I got a crock pot when I was in New Orleans, and I was asking my dad about like cooking. He was like, "You're Anderson." I'm like, "What does that mean?" Like Anderson. I messed up some
So
shit.
go meditate.
I cooked some chicken breast. It turned out pink. I'm like, the ancestors failed me.
Oh, no.
I'm like, I tried to freestyle your style.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No.
Didn't work.
I
get it.
So yeah, that would be the advice you would give somebody who want like a
Yeah.
kid, because it's easy to talk to like the younger adults than for that right there.
Now because like even sometimes with parent, I was just talking to somebody about this. Like with parents, they're like, "Oh, I just want them to stay a kid." Like they don't gotta charge. Like they could just like play around because the program that I teach, Blender, is free. And so
I heard about Blender.
Yeah, the one. It's like an application. It's on your computer.
Oh, okay.
OS system. I mean, not OS, but yeah, that's
you gotta have a real powerful computer. Can't do it on no iPad or nothing. And so I mentored a guy who was in high school, and that's where I learned like, start early because you would rather know that your child is not interested before you start spending money in college.
Before you start spending money.
Because like all the kids be playing video games, they're like, "Oh, I want to make video games." Do you?
Really?
Yeah.
Because that shit is tedious.
Start making video games now.
Yeah,
You're like,
now
this
you
is
like,
work.
Yeah, big
It's
work.
like, the easiest kind of example is like everybody think they want to go to the NBA, but are you going to do things to get to the NBA? It's two different things.
Sometimes I was so into computers when I was younger, and I was like, yeah, computer programming, and I took my first C++ class, and I said, oh no, this isn't it. It's not gonna work. Throw the computer away.
Because one of the kids,
not the jump shot.
Like I didn't touch a computer for a while after that because I was discouraged.
Yeah,
and I was like in high school, so and I loved computers. Like I just knew I was gonna be like something, like tech, something, And then I was like, wouldn't even look at a computer.
So I have my
that's crazy.
YouTube channel called Black Woman Animator.
Hey.
And I just got a milestone of interviewing 100 Black animation professionals. So I have like a little.
That's dope.
Zoom in on the.
That's dope.
Uh-oh. I don't know if you guys see it, but
I can't see it.
It's kind of dark, but
there
you
it
go.
is. Okay.
That's dope.
And then that's for interviewing
animators.
Yeah, I've interviewed people of all like different franchise communities. So like Indian people, like Hispanic people, deaf, all that stuff. But this is 100 Black. And so what I was gonna say is like one of the people that I interviewed, he was like a 15-year-old kid from Canada, and he would do like these Lego things on his YouTube channel. He got an opportunity to animate a scene for Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse. And so from him doing it in his free time, he was like 13, 14. He replicated the trailer for Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse, and then they gave him a scene. So as a 15-year-old, he got to work on the scene in that movie.
That's dope. What type of money that shit make?
I'm sure he got paid a nice chunk of particularly for a 15-year-old.
I'm like, cause that right there sound like it's some money involved. That sound like some change. Don't give me no scene.
You already got the pipeline.
Yeah. So. That's dope.
And you use Blender, the program that I teach. It's a free program, so yep.
Nice.
That's how some people get opportunity. They just do it because they love it. Somebody see it.
I'm fucking with it.
I've interviewed Dan Haskett. He's the person who designed Ariel for Little Mermaid.
That's dope.
Okay.
Lloyd Norman, he's like the most animation famous person, the most Black animation famous. He like worked with Walt Disney. He was alive, and he was the first Black storyboard artist to work for Disney. A lot of people say animator, but that's because they don't know what
the other roles.
The first Black animator was or is like Ron Husband. So
That's
And
dope.
I interviewed him and his son.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you going hard on this one.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Right.
That is
Like,
dope.
How was that? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I mean, I'm in bartending, so it's
Yeah.
like, I only know like a few, that I can be like, oh yeah, I know who that is,
Yeah.
or but like, how was it like interviewing, those people, especially knowing that they're like the first in this, or like
Work
they,
with Walt and shit, yeah.
yeah, Walt Disney. And,
Yeah, a thing that's unique about my podcast is like I'll do a lot of research. I'll watch like Floyd Norman and Ron Huff, they have a lot of interviews, and that was like a lot to watch like all the interviews. But I try to ask unique questions that people don't ask. And so it makes them very comfortable, and they're like, "Oh, you did your research." Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to like be between like the dude from Hot Ones and like I don't want to go full Nardwar where like he be scaring people. He be like, I'm like, do you be talking to my mama? Like,
you're missing a pinky toe, ain't you?
I don't want to scare people.
The fuck?
Right.
Yeah, he go crazy.
Yeah, so I'm like Hot One, Josh Evans or Sean Evans. They be like, oh, good question. I'll try to get the good question. I'm like,
Yeah.
I did.
So like interviewing those people, it's important because with everything going down like journalism and all that stuff, people be copying and pasting articles. So because of my channel, like 50 years from now, you'll know these people existed.
Right.
Exactly.
That they highlight.
That's dope. That's dope.
Things like that. Now, does that keep you motivated?
Yeah, it's like my own networking tool as well. Like one of the people I interviewed is the reason I worked on the Al Roker project.
Awesome.
And another person I interviewed, his son got me the job, my first job in the industry. So
That's
after
dope.
introvert, it's like I don't even gotta leave the house.
Yeah, you're like, all right.
That's dope. That's sick. That's sick. Look at you. See, that's that Virgo shit right there.
And then like
your network is your network.
So y'all remember they had the little Great Day in Harlem picture with all the jazz musicians. So they recreated Great Day in animation. I was also accidentally in that. I didn't know where I was going. Somebody invited me. I was like, I know. I was like, oh, this a monumental thing. And so at that, like we were kind of commingling before. And all the veterans, they've worked with each other over the past 20 years. So they're like, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. I kind of, even as one of the younger people there, I had that same experience because I interviewed half of them. So I'm like, oh.
That's dope.
And then the other half, I'm like, can I get your email, please, so I can interview you? Right. So I'm like trying to talk to people. Like, I respect that I am talking to you, but I also want to cut this short so I can go get somebody else. So I'm like trying to respect people. Like, yeah, you are interesting. Okay, let me go to somebody else.
Right.
No, for real,
a bunch of people there, so I'm trying to get.
You gotta do your networking. Networking, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of like what Open World Podcast is about. We kind of like. We play around a lot, but I mean,
I feel like we connect with a lot of different people. Like it's, it's a spectrum. Like
dope.
just like you know what I'm saying? Like the different people. You know what I mean? It's like entrepreneurs, artists. Just all type of things. And I think that's what makes it.
We ain't talking about nobody mama, none of that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not with the messy stuff. And, that's why we were just talking earlier, because I was looking at something and I'm like, all these people are talking about the same thing on these podcasts, especially when it comes to like relationships and things like that. And the thing that really I feel like sucks about that is that nobody's going to fact check anything. It's like, oh, he said it? Okay, well, I'm going with what he said. Oh, you said it? Well, I'm going with what she said. It's like nobody wants to be like, their own person, or just like listen to just get a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's okay. Like, hey, I might watch something that's like out of my norm, but I'm like, I just want to get a perspective of like what that person may think, So I feel like sometimes like a lot, like just people don't know how to be themselves. It's like I watch that so I can be that. And
right.
Like,
no. That's the big thing. And I feel like with the in my career, like I feel like I can learn from anybody. So a 5-year-old could drop gems for me. I'm like, that was deep. 5-year-old Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm like, oh, so he did the stars like that. I'm gonna do this over in animation.
Exactly. No.
He said that was deep.
So I was my 100th interview. Like it was my friend's idea, and so he made the game where because I don't remember my parents like being together. They divorced when I was like 2 years
Oh,
old.
got it.
And so my dad still has this like piece of paper with a leaf on it from like October 1988. And he was like, I gave him the leaf and was like, don't leave. I was like, 2 years old.
That's deep.
And he still got a leaf.
That's hard.
Yeah, I did that.
I'm like, dang,
but
it's genetic.
absolutely-
It's genetic.
no, for
My
real.
dad is really. I feel like my dad is like one of the smartest people.
No,
So.
that's dope.
That's dope. That's deep.
I'm like 2 years old. Dropping the gym.
Yeah.
Life all possible.
Yeah. For sure.
No, you are
For
absolutely
sure.
right. You are absolutely right.
So you said what's next for you is creating your own animation.
Yeah, just trying to continue to live in LA, get paid.
Yeah.
Trying.
Like I said, I'm moving to Korea, Japan, or something. I'm trying to make my money work for me.
Any, like immediate plans to move out of LA, so I really don't know how permanent LA is.
Mhm.
Me and my friends always talk about like just trying to figure out how can we create an indie animation industry that doesn't rely on Hollywood. And so,
Honestly, at this point you can create YouTube and that shit kind of work.
It's me and two
It's other platforms,
black
but
women. We're like, it's gonna be us, but we not.
Yeah.
Because you know when
It's
you
organization
say
though.
I feel like a lot of probably black people, but I always say black women become like I feel like 80% of black women become entrepreneurs because we're just like we over this.
Yeah.
We tired of y'all. We just gonna go do our own thing.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yep.
So like moving on to something else.
No, for
Y'all
sure.
not listening. Like I got ideas. Y'all not doing nothing. So let me just
Take this
start
into my
out.
way.
So me and my little group, we're like, it's gonna be us, but we not. We wait until we ready to do it.
Yeah, no, for real. I think I should though.
That's
That's
dope.
dope.
Like as long as you stick to that plan, you know what I'm saying? Like just don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Don't let LA fool you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like it is possible. It's just you really have to be like strong willed, strong mind. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But y'all could do it, you know, especially with the way things are, like you said, YouTube, all the platforms, stuff like that. Some people don't like. I haven't
People
been
creating shit all day.
for the first time in like 3 years. You know what I mean? So a lot of times, like you said, you watch YouTube a lot, and these apps, you can create your own stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right, years ago, I was watching a like series called Broken Equipment, where they had like Lil Wayne, and it was like mocking the industry or whatever, and it was cartoons.
Yeah.
So I mean,
One of
and
my
they was
inspirations
big.
is the YouTube channel called Guy Moments.
Mhm.
It had like one episode is like the woman's like, hey, do you want me to come over? He's like, sure. She's like, do you want me to come over? You know, the little
Right, yeah.
Like I said, sure, like, but you're not, you know.
Yeah.
Men and women just
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I want you to want me to come over.
but you asked me, like,
and
damn,
at
just
the
come
end, you're
on.
like, Ashley, no.
I think I seen that one.
For being truthful.
I think I seen that one. But yeah, for people who don't know where to find you at, I guess we can wrap it up right now.
Wrap it up, B.
Yeah. For people that want to find you at, tell them your Instagram and also tell them your YouTube. For sure.
Black Woman Animator on everything. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, like Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
All the things. So you can find me Black Woman Animator, even.com. I have a website as well.
That's dope.
So I've been doing interviews for since like 2019. I got loads of interviews of different people, different walks of life. You know, I've interviewed these like famous people, but I feel like the people that you don't know are important too. So
right.
Like, oh, you got this person, yes, but I also have this person that you never heard of.
That got a lot of accolades too. So that's dope. And then you want to tell them about you ain't got to.
You can find me on Instagram at Smellbar Attending, and then when you want to follow my personal journey as a bartender, it's AD the Bartender. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram. Oh yeah, my website www.smellbarattending.
And one more thing, the classes that I teach for California residents are free.
Boom.
Oh,
If
hello.
you go to STC.
I'm gonna talk to you about that because I got we got
Introduction 3D modeling, introduction 3D animation. If you procure a California address. But
It
yeah.
is online.
Uh-huh.
That's dope.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that one. And of course, you already know where to find us at Open Bar Podcast _ on Instagram, openbarpodcast.com because we got a website. Since we boasting, goddamn. Yeah, and then Open Bar Podcast on TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for coming and laughing with us because you're funny as hell.
I know, definitely.
Thank you for having me.
Uniquely funny too. It's like intellectually funny.
Yeah, it's like super punchlines.
That was a journey. I used to be witty. I used to
Really?
be jealous of my high school best friend. I'm like, I'll think 2 days later. Dang, I should have said that.
Take a lot of practice, huh?
Yeah.
No, but that's dope. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we appreciate
Thank you for making these drinks, AD.
Of course, always.
Yeah. Okay.
You trying first, everybody?
Oh shit. We go again.
Conversation never on a block.
Meet me by the bar.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Meet me by the bar.